Alright, let's continue where we left off and talk about how we can modify a symbol. And let's go ahead and actually use this guy right here, this cool cat one. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this diamond. And you'll notice that when I delete a symbol, it stays here. It doesn't go away. Once again, a symbol is simply a representation, like a photocopy, of a symbol that you find inside of Illustrator. So this one's kind of cool. Now, the one thing that is important to remember about symbols, and the only thing that's really important to remember, is that you can accidentally mess a symbol up. That's because the symbol comes out of this panel, which means it lives here. So if we want to break the link to this symbol, we have to literally break the chain. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here to break the link to this particular symbol. But before I do that, let me show you something. Let's say I double click on this symbol. It's going to tell me I'm about to edit the definition of this symbol, which means whatever Adobe created for me, I'm about to change this. If I edit this symbol, it will be applied to every instance. So I'm going to say no to that. So to break this symbol off from this library and make it my own, I have to click right here. And now it is no longer associated with this particular piece of artwork here. So I can keep dragging this one out, and it's always going to be the same one. This one is the one we're going to modify. So let's go ahead and enter isolation mode. Let's double click on the black part, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to grab the direct selection tool, and I'm going to click on the black part of the mask. I'll change the color to something like green. Now I'll click on the gray part, and I'll make this blue. And let's see here, I'll go ahead and grab that one as well, make that yellow, and we'll take this one and do the same thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do is exit isolation mode, and now we have edited a symbol that was in that library. And don't forget, it is no longer associated with this one. So now that we've created our own symbol, let's go ahead and modify it just a little bit more to make it our own. So I'm going to grab the direct selection tool, and I'm going to grab the bottom part of this mask icon, and I'll hold down the shift key and grab these 2 points. So just in case you didn't see that, I'll go ahead and deselect by clicking here. I'm going to click on the points right here. I'm grabbing these 2 points. I'm holding down shift, and I'm grabbing these 2 points. And I'm going to click on one of these points to move these down. I'm going to go over here and grab these 2 points, and I'll move these up. And I'll grab these and hold down shift and grab these, and I'll move those up as well. And out a little bit. Well, actually, I'll just up. Okay, that looks kind of cool. So what else can we do with it? Well, we can add a gradient in here if we wanted to as well. So you can just modify this to your heart's content. You can do whatever you want to make this your own. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this symbol, and I'm going to just resize it a little bit and drag it right into the symbols panel. Then I can call it what I want to. So we'll go ahead and call it cat mask, and we'll say blue. So what is this part here? Well, if you use Adobe Flash, when you do animation, you can choose a point for a pivot, which is the registration point. So if I were to take this into Flash and animate this, as you can see with this black dot here, it's in the center of this little grid of boxes. That means the rotational pivot point is in the middle of this mask. But if I wanted this to rotate like a hinge, I could move this to the corner, for example. So in Flash, when I rotate it, when I choose the rotate tool, it will rotate and swing from this area, as opposed to rotating around the center. And that's pretty much what the registration point will do for you. You can also turn it into a movie clip or a graphic for use in Flash as well. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And as you can see, here is my new symbol. Let's go ahead and test it out. We'll delete this one, and we'll drag some of the old one out. So here's the blue one, and here is my new one. And you'll notice that it's the same size that you created. As you can see, it's blue, and if we want to make additional ones, we could always break the link to this one and make a green one. And now we can have a whole bunch of these for a masquerade party type of ad. And that is how you can use the symbol library. Look at the libraries that we have here, drag out multiple symbols, which are instances, and we can also edit them and create them again by making them our own. You can also create your own logo, guys, so feel free to make a logo or any graphic just select the whole thing and drag it right on in here, and you have your own symbol.